Well, I'm out here today. I'm in between meetings here. Decided to come out and check what the food plots look like, and really excited to see that we do have some germination. It's rained here the last 3 days. I put water on the plots 2-3 days prior to that. We planted on Friday. Today is Tuesday, and we have some really good germination. So we're starting to see it come up. And we've been able to come back, consistently, almost to disturb the area to keep the turkeys off it. I got the spy point up. I have the stealth cam also up on the other side, so I'm going to check out these other plots. Nothing yet, maybe a couple little buds on the other plot. We do have one plot. I think I just need to keep putting lime on it. It's all thatch and moss, and it's just, I don't know if we're gonna get anything to grow out of that. So even if we can get rye to grow out of it, so I'll be putting rye in that one. I don't think this seed's gonna take there. Oats and peas and clover and brassica. Turnips in here too. So this is a good mix here. We'll see how it takes. This plot in particular is probably the most important plot. It's the centralized plot. So if we do get at least one, it's about a ½ acre, and it'll help out a lot. So that's what it looks like now, and we'll bring you back here in a week or so to keep updated with it, because we went from food plot failure based off of no rain. We did our no-till buckwheat strategy, and we started to get some really good germination, but then we had 3 weeks with no rain and dry, hot temperatures, just totally wore it out. So we killed it. So we had to go back to square one. We didn't give up. We learned a lot, and here we are. The date is August 25th. So this is the furthest south plot. Right behind me is where I made that screen the other day. We have a stand right down here, and then we have a stand about 75 yards in on here. So yeah, about 100 yards in that way, 100 yards in that way approximately. So we're getting that outside movement. We're not hunting on the plots, but just to show you, here's some of the germination. Now this is about the only spot, and what I am seeing is this is the kind of stuff that I'm planting into in some of these other plots. So we are getting some of that clover to germinate in it. So I believe that's clover. That's a pea right there. Some brassica in here too. See, these are the oats. Pushing down some of those beans, the peas and beans. Get those in the ground a little bit. But that's part of it. Just some of this project is just getting this soil better, because this is virgin soil. It's never been planted. First year, expectations. Obviously, I have high expectations. If you've been following me, you've been seeing I was liming back in December when I bought it. So it's become quite the project, and you just expect it to go and it to be awesome. But reality is it takes time, and one thing you can't rush is time. So so far so good. We'll take it. We'll learn from it. We'll improve on it. These plots are, not the first time I've done them, but the first time I've done them to this extent, and done a lot of online research and whatnot, and just really figuring out the right way to do things, and getting, from back when we tested the soil and it was under a 5 to getting it up to, close to a 6. We are planning into about a 6 soil right now, and a lot of this stuff calls for closer to a 7. So obviously we're not going to have the greatest catch here, but it is what it is. So just add the lime and keep improving each year, and it's only going to get better and better, and the bucks are going to get bigger and bigger. That's the point. So like I said, we'll bring you back here in a week or two, and we'll do a follow-up video on all this and the progress. But we've hung some stands. I got some videos coming. Haven't been able to get much out. I've been coaching football, and Spray's still playing fall baseball, so and I got a job, so always busy. But finding the time is sometimes the hardest thing. So thanks for your patience. Thanks for joining me. I'm sure everybody's kind of getting ready for the season. Everybody's doing their own thing. But we'll be documenting the whole season. So Kentucky season starts September 5th. I won't be there. Brad has his first football game. I'll be there that week. And we have some slammers out there, so hopefully we can bring you some action from Kentucky. And Brandon Schwinn will be out there with me. He's got, we featured him on a Kansas hunt. He self-filmed with his GoPro 8, a beautiful 8-point out in Kansas at the Steffen Ranch. So he'll be out there with me, and Pennsylvania season starts here first week October. And we'll be getting Bray on one. Some good bucks in here I'd like to target for Braden. And who knows when I'll be picking up the bow in Pennsylvania. Probably closer to the end of the month when that weather drops, when that temperature drops. So stay tuned, guys, and good luck. So here's the other little section we planted in buckwheat here, and it was a fail also. We had some germination, then we had no rain. We had a lot of germination here on the outside, but it all died. And so we replanted it just the other day, and it should come up. But this little section, here's a hinge cut bedding area, kind of funnels down into 2 other plots. There's another plot out through here, and then this is a big edge. It comes down right through here from the north to the south, and runs along parallel with these food plots and these bedding areas. So it's a big travel corridor, and we're setting it up to have a good line of movement, and we'll have stands placed along this line of movement. We have mock scrapes back through here in the hardwood section. We have another stand about 500 yards, 400 yards from here. There's the field, the egg field with corn, corn and clover and alfalfa, and that line of movement will go along this trail on the edge here, and we'll work this southern border to get in. We'll be hunting mainly northern winds, westerly winds. Ideally, on how this property's set up, is for an easterly wind, but we manipulated it with the food and mock scrapes and the line of movement to work for a favorably westerly wind. So that's how that works.